Hello and good morning. Welcome back to another stream from us at Still Sky Productions. I'm Callum, and below me I have Nick. Welcome, Nick. Um, yes, full on Brady Bunch. And yeah, today we're going to be talking to you about our development timeline that we just posted. Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Just a few plugs. Obviously, we're on Steam at the moment with Warhammer Underworlds Online, and we are currently on sale with 30% off. So make sure to check it out if you haven't already. Join our Discord for chats if you want. We've got the link over there, down there. Yeah, just come hang out. Good evening, whoever we're chatting to first. Who's there? Who's there? I've got like 20 million tabs open right now, so it's a good time. How's your morning been, Nick?
Pretty good. It is very early here in Australia.
I mean, is it though? It's like
Well, it's early for Nick.
yeah.
Normally I'm just waking up now, but I've been up for a bit now.
Yeah. Hello FD. Hello Steve over on YouTube. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Yeah, Nick does have a good mic. I might need to turn them down just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Whoops. Professional streamer over here.
Yeah. Well, no, you have been streaming.
I've been trying to, yeah.
Yeah, how's that been going?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. My computer can only handle me capturing like console games at the moment, so I'm not able to capture PC games and stream. Doesn't really like it.
Yeah.
But new PC hopefully soon. So
soon. Nice. Very exciting. Did you post in the Discord?
yes.
Yeah, awesome. Because just like I've got you on like the display capture right now, so like if I change anything on that screen, it's just going to get rid of you. Like there's no secrets behind you, I don't think, so it should be fine. But we'll see. Midnight in Spain. Wow. Thanks for coming along. If it's midnight in Spain, hopefully we can do you justice. Yeah, so I guess we'll jump into it. What we're going to do is that we're going to have a quick talk through of our timeline that we put out the other week. So if you have any questions, you can ask that, and then maybe we'll play a game. You know, it's been a while since Nick and I played against each other. I remember watching some of the early videos of like our first week and us having just zero idea about the game or anything like that, and just like making just real rookie mistakes, you know. So I'm just gonna transition to this, and actually we're going to change this up. I'm gonna make it big so we can actually see and work our way down. So I'm gonna just put the top of the timeline here so it's available and we can chat through it. So first up, leaderboards. So, kind of to make sure everyone has the same understanding, everything that's on this timeline is either like already in development or is in like in the cusp of being development. It's being discussed. These are things that we're definitely going to be having in the game to some extent, and we're going to be bringing to you over the next few months, which is very exciting. So a big shout out to the team who've been working really, really hard to make sure everything is up and running. But yeah, so leaderboards. Nick, do you want to give us a little bit overview of leaderboards and what they may not look like, depending how much you're willing to share?
Yeah, sure. All right. So leaderboards. So we obviously wanted a way in this game for people to be sort of competitive, and from the get-go, we've had a ranked queue, the ability to play against other people to win or lose ranked points. But there's been no real way to, I guess, compare yourself to another player so far. And so that was the sort of the crux of what we wanted to achieve with this leaderboard system, which was we want you to be able to go in and be like, hey, I'm sitting right here compared to a bunch of other people. And now I can sort of tell people, hey, I'm sitting here, like I'm first in the world, sort of thing.
Yeah, I am number one.
Number one.
Yeah, and so depending, Jasan's here. Hi, Jasan. Long time. Yeah, no. So leaderboards being something we can use to track everything. So whether do we know how much information is going to be tracked with that as well? Like, is it just going to
Um,
be win loss, or is it still something that we're going to be kind of
it's
developing?
Yeah, it's still something we're playing with at the moment. How much of those sort of numbers to expose whilst on the leaderboard? We just know that we are going to be using like a combination of various different factors to determine your position on that leaderboard, and then we'll have you on that leaderboard with a particular ranking.
Yeah,
The actual the numbers we're still not sure what we're going to be showing yet,
yeah.
um,
I
for
mean,
various reasons.
for various reasons, being that some people might not want that information shown or anything like that as well. But we do already, for those who might not be as familiar with the game, we have a lot of information tracked already, and that can all be seen from the warband specific screen. So whether or not that becomes available and how much of that information becomes available to other players is still something yet to be determined. So yeah,
Cool.
go on.
I do have a real quick question, like a quick answer to a question
Yeah,
just on YouTube from STE123.
yeah,
Will rank 7 mean anything as I've reached rank 1 hoping for some form of new skin, but not even a title unlocks?
yeah.
We do have some very cool plans for ranked, as well as rewards for reaching rank 1, or at least the highest sort of tiers of ranked.
Hmm.
Um, those will come when the season ends, and then from next season onwards, we'll be a bit more transparent about what rewards are gained at the end of each season.
Yeah, exactly. We're still finding our paths through Shade Spire, if you will, to make sure that uh, we can do this in a structured way and something that's going to benefit everyone in that respect. But it's super exciting. Hi Pete from Agents of Sigma says, "Nice move to GeForce Now, guys. It is brilliant. That's good to hear. We like to hear that." So now the performance and graphical settings. This is something that we've been had like a call out for a while,
Mm.
where so performance issues we have known about where sometimes graphic cards don't choose the right one, like don't uh, the right ones aren't running for the game, right? So it might try to use the internal GPU instead of actual like your proper GeForce whatever. So yeah, it's been a bit of a hickory pickly kind of instance there, but we're working hard, we're figuring stuff out, and then with the graphical settings themselves, this is just to allow people with different specs of computers to be able to change their settings to how they want to play. Maybe they don't want all the pretty effects that we're putting in and everything like that, even though they're very pretty. Yeah, I think they are. But it's up to personal preference. So we wanted to give people more um, accessibility with that, to be able to change up what they want.
Yeah. I think that's sort of like the center of it too. We just want people to be able to do what they want to do with their game,
Yeah,
right? We want you to be able to customize it and make it the most sort of comfortable experience for you as possible.
yeah.
And if that means turning down the bloom, then we'll give you the ability to turn that down the bloom.
Nah, can I turn up the bloom? Is the question. Can I?
No, not more than our art lead has already.
All right, I will just I'll make sure to leave a negative review. So reconnection system. So with this is purely not like a rematch system. This is just if someone has DC'd, disconnected, that there is an opportunity to reconnect back into that game. Correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, the way that's going to work is essentially, will every time you go into a game, it'll save an instance of that game, so that if you happen to drop from that game, if the game is still going, you'll be able to reconnect specifically back to that instance. It's to stop those random sort of disconnects. Hopefully, we hope to make it as seamless as possible, so that it doesn't take very
Yeah.
long.
Um,
But yeah,
some I will say also that some of these systems already kind of. I know some things are already being tested. We can't say
Yeah,
which
yeah,
ones, but like,
yeah.
oh, we might be able to say
Quite.
which ones.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm happy. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
what's being tested right now, Nick?
Well, currently in our little closed beta group that we have the performance and graphical settings and the reconnection system up in there. So that's the stuff that's being tested externally. The leaderboards and the emote system are still internal, but they are very much getting worked on as well, like
Nice.
tested as well.
Awesome. Now I'm just going to transition. So then we're further down the list. So Emotes System. Now, for a lot of different games, emotes can mean a whole lot of different things. So, why don't you kind of walk us through it, if that's okay?
Yeah, sure. So one of the greatest parts of the tabletop experience for Warhammer Underworlds is the ability to communicate with your opponent. The way that is so sort of easy is because they're just right in front of you. So obviously it's been a bit difficult to translate that aspect of it online whilst also maintaining like I guess anonymity.
Yeah.
You know, online gaming has a lot of not so positive interactions.
Yeah.
And so we obviously wanted to balance positive interactions with the ability to communicate with your opponent.
Exactly.
And because we didn't have the most elegant solution, we just didn't implement anything from the beginning. We thought that would be best. Seeing the number of people who have asked for a way to communicate with their opponent, whether that be a chat system or emotes or anything like that, voice chat even we've been suggested in the past. We had to really sit down and think about the best way to implement something that would both allow us to allow a user or a player to connect socially with their opponent, but also prevent them from creating a negative experience for another player or even themselves.
Yeah.
And so the best way that we found to do that was an emote system. So having a predetermined set of messages or images to send over to your opponent in real time, and then they'll get that and they're able to respond to that.
Yeah.
That's the best way we thought to go ahead with this.
Yeah, 100%. Because as you mentioned, I think the trying to make sure that people have the best experience on both ends. It's we've obviously from the start we've also really encouraged people to join the Discord because that Discord link is on our front screen. It's there to go. So if people do want to be chatting with people while playing games, there has been that option there. It hasn't been in game, but the players obviously have so many different means these days to communicate with each other. I'm pretty sure we thought that it was like, okay, if we're not implementing something from the start in game for people to be able to communicate, at least allow people to have the options to find that group themselves. As we know, a lot of people in the Underworlds community have always been quite communicative with each other, as we've seen online. It's been a really good community to be a part of. So it's not so much that we're worried or concerned about anyone already in our community. It's more that there might be some people out there who might not be the best at communicating, and we want to make sure that everyone has the chance of having a safe environment. So by doing it through, Discord, at least, if something does go wrong, we do have that immediate kind of way to moderate and help our community in that sense and help our players. With this, with the no, I'm not going to say like this kind of toned down, more like not restricted list of emotes, but just this predetermined set, which might change. It might start small and might go big. You never know. That just allows us to make sure everyone's having a fun time. And I'm really intrigued to see how these emotes will look at the end of the day. Honestly, I think they're going to be a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that a lot of memes come out of it as well. That's one thing that I'll say about our community is that it's not as meme heavy as I would like it to be. But that's my own failings, I guess.
FT says emote you mean like in MTG Arena. I don't know exactly how Magic the Gathering Arena does it, but I would assume it's quite similar. So something like Hearthstone, where it's like short messages, short directed messages,
Mm-hmm.
not customizable at the moment, just ones that we've sort of preset for you, and then being able to send those over.
Yeah. Um.
Variety in emotes.
Uh.
Definitely. Yeah. You know what? For those of you who are watching the stream right now, what kind of emotes would you like to see? Like
Yeah.
that's really important too. We do have a bunch of like stuff in development already, but adding new emotes is the easy part of the emote system. So what do you want to see? Like if you have particular messages, like or particular things that you want to see, just let us know in the chat.
Yeah. I'm putting one in. It's a wave.
Yeah.
GG. Well played. Oh my god, Dyson. Oh, why? Yeah. I think a lot of it would be cool, depending how it's themed as well. Obviously, there's a lot of lore around Age of Sigma and everything like that as well. So I think it would be cool to see what we can implement within the lore. You know,
Yeah. No,
um,
definitely.
FD chat after game in Discord. Um, oh wow, nice one. Considerations. Just yeah.
Yeah, I think like a thinking one would be really good.
Hmm.
Like, hey, I haven't dropped out. I'm just thinking about which cards to play. Pray
Exactly.
for dice gods. Commiserations. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're good old no.
Yeah.
Um who
Per warband unique.
who has
That
that scream? Who has that no scream? I know someone in our game has that no scream for when they die.
I don't know.
Or so not when they die, when they shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah.
Um yeah. Okay, well, while everyone kind of Skaven. While everyone's chatting and giving us their emotes, we might come back to that as well. I like emotes chat. Um, we have two warbands in the works.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That's
mm.
really exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
So what? I guess the question everyone wants to know, Nick, what warbands? What are they? Tell
Uh,
me.
there's not a whole lot we can say.
I,
I think Callum has already hinted at the fact that they're magic users. So
yes.
that's very exciting. That should narrow it down by season at least.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to think.
it's one of those things where I've actually scoured the cards because something I've been helping out with is I mean, can we talk about some of the work I've been doing that hasn't
Um,
been? Can I talk about that? I mean, it's not on the
yeah,
list.
yeah.
Yeah. So we've been working on more localization, right? So we're with
The
that,
new languages and everything.
yeah. So um, not going to talk about like when it's done or what it is yet until it's done. But I don't know if like Neil has already mentioned it somewhere or whatever. But yes, so I've I've become very familiar with the cards over the last few weeks because I've had to help translate some of them. And looking into these cards, I'm like, there's nothing I can really do to like give subtle hints that isn't like you know.
Completely giving it away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either you go completely generic or you have to go quite
Yeah.
specific, and it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We have a question again on YouTube. When can we expect the new warband slash warbands?
mhm.
Weeks or months? Um,
Mm. Yes.
more so this timeline, this development roadmap is kind of
Hi, Keyboard.
it's in a really good order already. So like that's sort of like the way you can expect things to be coming out. Um,
Those
In terms of it's more months than weeks for the warbands, but not too many months.
not too many months.
Too many.
It might be multitudes of weeks, but not multitudes
Yeah.
of months.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's because remember as well for game development and for a small team like ours, it's very much. It's not that it's by the seat of our pants, like we're just going, oh, whatever works, whatever we can put in. Like there are plans, there are things that we're working on. There is a time, like an internal timeline. We just don't always want to be saying it's coming out this date
Yeah.
because,
In
especially.
saying that,
Mhm.
in saying that, with these warbands, we do hope to give people a bit of notice before they
Of
drop
course,
and not drop them last minute.
yeah. It's Pete saying 5 weeks.
Yeah,
Got
I
it.
saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just so that we don't make these promises where it's like it's you're going to be, if we were to say it's going to be coming in X amount of weeks and then something changes,
Mm,
because it's just how the state of the world is at the moment as well. Like, there, we thought that we'd probably be back at the office or working out of the office by now, but that has not happened.
yeah.
Just because, for those who are unaware, in Victoria as well, there's been some instances where certain areas of where we live are back into lockdown, mean high restrictions of like not leaving the house and everything like that, just because there's been an increase in of cases, and so that has affected some members of the team. So when it comes to trying to project when we're going to be back at work and like individual stresses and everything like that, because everyone's dealing with this in different ways. So we have to be sensitive to that because we want to make sure that everyone on the team feels safe as well, which is
Yeah.
difficult during these uncertain times.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a long way to say soon.
Soon TM.
Soon TM. But yeah, we've got 2 warbands in the works. Then we've got the free universal card release. I'm not going to say stock standard because how is this going to look? How is this going to look, Nick, if we're already got some cards that are Nightvolt? Like, are we going to be seeing Nightvolt cards there, or is this going to
Sure.
be back at Shadespire?
Yeah, this is a really good question. So we have gotten a lot of sort of messaging around the fact that we have quite a lot of Shadespire Universal cards left before, but we've also released a single Nightvolt Warband. And the answer to that is we are hoping to sort of include the best of Shadespire before we move on to Nightvolt. But though that will be the essentially the contents of the first 2 or the next 2 Universal card releases, dubbing them the best of Shadespire and then intro to Nightvolt.
Yeah. FD asks, will all Universal card releases have the same number of cards as before? Yes and no. It's one of those things where we have never really had a set amount of cards going in. It's usually sat around the 20 mark, but that might change. We might have 2 smaller releases or 1 huge release, but
Yeah.
it's usually we only try to implement the cards when we know that it's in working condition. If you want more frequent universal card drops, that means that it would have to be smaller amount of cards, right?
Yeah, we definitely try and so we will implement a bunch of cards, and if they start to look a bit problematic in our closed beta testing or our internal testing, we will hold them back. We won't sort of let them go into the live release. It's sort of what happened with this when we released the Skaven for the first time. We had a card called Expendable, which was very problematic, caused a lot of issues. So rather than letting everyone who played with the Skaven or played against the Skaven have some sort of game-breaking bug, we just held the card back. It's as simple as that. We have a list of cards for both of these card releases. We've identified what may or may not be problematic, and essentially we're just going to have a go and see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just won't. We just hope to not let those cards go into the live version. Sometimes one will be tested thoroughly, and the community will just use it in a way that we didn't expect, or
Yep.
it will interact with another card that we did not expect,
Yeah.
and that will cause a bug. That often happens with new cards interacting with really old cards. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the big one, Night Vault update. So,
Mm.
I mean, this is probably still a little ways away, but how do you think this is going to be looking, Nick? Like, is it going to
Yeah,
be a big season change? Are we going to be seeing new boards, new war bands? Is it going to be everything all at once, or are we going to be pacing it out?
yeah. So our Night Vault update, as I've dubbed it, that should come in one sort of big smack off update.
Hmm.
Um, but I think the really important thing to discuss is what that will contain. Uh, so I think we were able to talk about that.
Okay.
So what that will be essentially, it's really simple actually. It'll essentially be when we change over, when we add things to the game, add things to the rotation of the game for Night Vault. So that includes stuff like the Night Vault boards, the Night Vault environments, I guess. So transitioning from in the city of Shadespire to below the city of Shadespire, as well as a brand spanking new menu scene, which will be really exciting.
Yeah, I love the
So
menu scenes.
yeah, yeah. So while it will maintain retain this sort of same aesthetic as Shadespire, because it's obviously the same place sort of, there will be new stuff added. There will be
Mhm.
more variety added to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, with that as well, I'm sure people will want to know as well. Uh, does that mean that people will have to purchase the warbands, like Nightbolt warbands, as paid DLC? If the base game, well, our base game is 6 warbands from season 1. Are people going to have to pay for additional warbands for season 2? Because
So
that's been questions I've been asked.
Yeah, no. So the actual Night Vault update itself will come free. So everyone, no
Yep.
matter what, so if they've just bought the base game with the first 6 warbands, they'll be able to play those 6 warbands inside of the Night Vault update.
Yep.
But any additional warbands from the Night Vault season will come as paid DLC.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Which will be good. I think it's going to be good fun
Mm.
for Nightbolt. Jasan has already said lethal hexes at last, which is going to be pretty fun. So what about the 2 bonus boards from the end of Shadespire? Jasan wants to know as well. If they're
Good,
going to
good.
be implemented at some stage.
They might be the really cool thing about the way that our release order is that we have sort of like a backlog of things that we can implement. It's while we have been implementing things in a very particular way, and releasing things in a very particular way to sort of propel ourselves forward to reach parity with tabletop. The really good thing about that is that we do have a big backlog of things. So that includes those 2 warbands from Shadespire that we have yet to implement, and those last 2 boards, and there's a bunch of stuff, and we'll even have we might not hit all of the Shadespire Universal cards, right? This
Yeah.
next card update will be the best of, or at least what our designer thinks is the best of. But there will be more. There will be more cards. But we have the ability to have this sort of pile of stuff that we have yet implemented, and we can always bring that in.
Yeah. Exactly. Cool. And then we'll skip over that last free universal card because we've already touched on that. But then we have a rules update A. What?
Yeah,
So I'm assuming if there's an A, there's probably a B.
that is very perceptive of you,
Oh, thank
Callum.
you, thank you. I did go to primary school. I do know my A, B's, D, E's,
ABD.
and my ABDs.
Yeah, so yeah, that's really important to note is that there will be a rules update A and a rules update B. Now, one of the things that we've wanted to do for a while, but sort of haven't been sure on how to do, is bring the rules of the game, so certain rules, up to parity with a tabletop game. So specifically, you'll see people saying, "Oh, why are the rules the Beastgrave rules? Why am I able to do this in the tabletop game but not able to do this in the video game?" We really, really, really wanted to bring all of them at once, and that was our sort of reasoning for not putting them in, because we didn't want to put one thing in and then have this other thing that was from the Shadespire season of the tabletop game, because that would be really confusing. And one of the things that we're working really hard on is clarity and making it an easy to digest experience for people who are very new to Warhammer Underworlds.
Yeah.
So we've been thinking about this for a long time, like since before we released. So one of the things that we've thought would be best is to grab all of these rule changes that we really want to implement, break them in half into two separate packs. So rule update A and rule update B, and essentially just do it like that. Just put in half and then put in half again. Because it's gotten to the point now we're just like, we just want them in, honestly. We just want them.
Yeah, these are things that a lot of people would be familiar with season 3 rules, and that also, what comes with that is different wording as well. There's some wording that will come, and for new players, if they're used to season 1 wording with everything with Shadespire, and then all of a sudden we were to change so much about the game all at once, it'd just be overwhelming, really. And then would that mean as well that some players would have to redo, all these tutorials again as well, where some people might find that as a way to...
The tutorials are always there for you to play again if you want to go back and pick up some knowledge. But none of the rule changes are so dramatic that I mean, they're obviously big game-changing rules, but they're not so dramatic that you won't be able to pick them up instantly without going through, you don't have to go through the tutorial again. And we will lay them out quite clearly for players to see when they happen as well, including like a big pop-up in your face saying, "Hey, this is how this works now."
Yes. For Fathers Anderson, we do have all the comments there. We are going to be coming to some of your questions in a little bit. We're just finishing this up because there's been a lot to go through. So yeah, there's quite a bit. I'm gonna just transition back to this other scene so we can kind of hang out with everyone and just figure, just chat.
Yeah, we'll answer some questions now, I think.
Yeah, we'll answer some questions now.
So there's one that I wanted to quickly go back on, which was from the Twitch chat, which was, are we going to get both warbands at the same time? And the simple answer to that is no. We could rush them out at the same time, but I thought it would be best to space them out a bit so that we can put one out, make sure it's all good, fix any issues that might come up, and then release the next one. So while they aren't coming out at the same time, they are coming out quite close together in terms of a game development release.
Yes. I think I've seen a lot of comments saying that they agree that it's a good way to do it, that we do it spaced out and everything like that. I'm just going to I'm in the middle of putting the timeline in the center of us here. It just means that it's going to look a little bit funky, but it's fine. This is what we're here for. We're here for that funk. All right. So yeah, if you have any questions that we will hopefully be able to answer, and then Nick and I might play a quick little game.
In the YouTube chat, we have why don't we let people communicate with voice over their matches? So that's something we answered when we were talking about emotes. So essentially, it comes down to a balance between wanting to provide a very positive experience for everyone, and not everyone even wants to use voice. Like not everyone is comfortable using their voice. But yeah, it was all about balancing the positive experience versus being able to communicate. And so we thought the good middle point for that was an emote system with some pre-created messages that you're able to send back and forth between you and your opponent.
Yeah. And have it predetermined so then we can go, all right, this is what people need to communicate. Just a hi, I'm still here, all that kind of stuff. Because as both of us know, sometimes playing against strangers online, not always the best experience. Where tabletop can be quite it's my experience with playing tabletop. Everyone's quite nice and communicative because they're trying to teach each other, how to play this game, and people want to see how things are played out and want to see cool stuff. Video games, I think, are a different beast, especially competitive when it comes to that kind of play. So we want to make sure that everyone's safe.
I think it comes down to, I know we're getting a bit philosophical here, but it comes down to when you're playing against someone, say in Warhammer Underworlds Online, it's a very dehumanizing experience when you can't see another face at the end of the table. And I know maybe having a voice chat would potentially humanize your opponent. But it's a bit of a risk for us because we don't want to create a negative experience for people. And that's the core of what we want. We want to make something fun. We want to make something great. We want something that will have people coming back to play more.
Yeah. And as we said as well, that's why we put the Discord there. Yes.
The community of Warhammer Underworlds is not the community of Dota 2. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's different experiences for different people. I mean, I know I've played many a game of someone pointed out in the Agents of Sigma stream that I was on that I was wearing my Overwatch beanie. It's Overwatch is a different beast, as well, where it's like as long as I'm talking with my friends, it's fine, great experience. As soon as you get other people involved and some of the things you see in the typed out chat as well, there's only so much reporting you can do. All right. Awesome. Just bye, Pete. Thanks for joining.
See you, Pete.
Bye, Pete. Also, not everyone can talk. Playing late at night, early in the morning, emotes are safer. So if you people with families, the Agents of Sigma often, stream late at night, and most of the time they're just like quiet and just like, all right, we're just playing down here. So it makes sense.
Okay, we have another question. So any plans on the Warband specific cards from the Leaders card pack and whatever the one from Nightbot was? Oh, Powers Unbound. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes to plans. We are going to. So Powers Unbound is obviously, as you said, the Nightbolt one. So we do have a little bit. We do have a little bit of sort of time before we have to start getting onto those. But the Shadespire ones, yes. The Leaders pack ones, yes. We are looking at ways that we can bring those into the that best of Shadespire card release that we are going to be doing.
So we've got about 20 minutes left, meaning that we probably should be jumping into a game. So what we'll do, we'll get that set up, ready to go. But while we do that, if people would like to please, let us know again your emotes that you want to see in the game. Jasan saying I have the problem myself. Don't want to be voice chat with the better half is working next door. As I said, we have those options there for people to jump in. Ooh, I'm just covering your face a little bit. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'm just going to transition to the game. Transition. And then jump in to play the game. I'm just going to actually...
I need to open the game. Sorry, I'm the worst.
How dare.
I had everything else open. Add a Discord server. Yeah, survey. Yeah, we could totally do that. There was another question that I missed. Jasan, is some poor soul going to have to change the card wordings? Yes, but it's a lot easier for us as it's a lot easier than you might think.
Yeah. I'm just popping the chat next to your face so I can see it.
That's so good. Here's a bit of behind the scenes information. All the cards are in a big old spreadsheet.
Oh yeah, spreadsheets.
So in one single spreadsheet, or not one single spreadsheet, but actually wait, the cards are in one single spreadsheet. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Nick, do you want to share your love of spreadsheets with the audience?
I think you just that's all there is to say, right? I love spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Hey, I made an entire career around my love of spreadsheets. So.
Exactly. Now, I do have a couple things running right now, so my computer might be a little bit laggy, but we'll see how we go. I don't know what I should play. What are you going to play, Nick?
I haven't decided yet, honestly.
Okay.
Still just gonna load up the game. Sorry. I don't know. It's been a while.
Okay, so yeah, we've got some good old Steel Hearts. We've got some the Gores, the Boys.
The Boys.
Did you see? Someone had.
Skelly. No, thank you.
Someone actually got to rank 1 playing Sepulchral. Someone did it.
I did. Yeah, that is impressive.
Very impressive.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't enjoy playing Sepulchral Guard.
What?
I know.
Is it because it
this
really requires
think about? I don't
much
like
to think about.
I'm a Magor's Fiends Orcs player. I don't like thinking.
Oh, wow! You're hearing it here first. Yeah.
Nick, if you love spreadsheets, I take it you play Evil 9. No, but I've been tempted to. I love like sci-fi and space and 4X and MMOs. Like it's like the perfect game for me, but it's just like I feel like it's too late to get into Eve.
It's never too late to get into Eve, but it's just whether or not you're ready to make that commitment.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I already have other games that I play quite a lot, like too regularly.
Yeah. See, I might play Fast Riders. I don't think Fast Riders get enough love.
Okay. I might play.
And
I have a very bad feeling that I might need to
create a deck.
No, I think I might need to update the game. 1 second.
Nick.
I'm just gonna double check. I could be wrong.
Nick.
I know. How bad is that?
Yep. Okay. Well, I see. Steve's asking questions about seeing bugs. So we will only see bugs if you've reported them in game, Steve, and if you as well have popped them in our Discord. Just so that we can properly prioritize what bugs, and then we know what bugs as well, because some issues are known, some issues are unknown. When you submit bugs in game, you can actually then, compare it with all the other tickets, and if there's a higher volume, that means obviously it's happening quite a lot. You prioritize that over other things to address.
Yeah, but in terms of those the multiple objectives that you saw, we are very much aware of that, and we should have a fix coming for that as soon as possible.
Yeah. There's just so many things in the works. Yeah. I'm very excited to see how people enjoy NVIDIA GeForce Now as well, because it's one of those systems, like cloud streaming systems, where I'm just like, I sort of understand it, but I kind of don't as well, because it's really not, it's not really available in Australia because our internet's not the best. So it's one of those things that we've been able to implement and work on, but not a lot of people on the team actually have access to it. So that's why you'll see me saying, tell us what you think. I would like to know. Yeah. So play to go through. This happened in our live stream. Yeah. Thank you for reporting it, and we'll make sure to check in on it. Yeah, it's just one of those things where if it's on the live stream, if you do have a link to that as well, you can post that in the bugs channel in our Discord so that we can check that out for our QA and our programmers as well, so that they know exactly what's going on. Thank you very much for reporting, Steve. How are you going, Nick? Is it still updating?
Just restarting. Yeah, no, it's just we're just restarting it now.
Okay, cool. We will hopefully have enough time for a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But yeah. So what else have you been playing, Nick? Oh, well, as part of the Steam Summer Sale, have you actually purchased any games?
I have, actually.
What have you purchased?
So, I recently picked up... Wait, is there a way I can see my recent purchases? Yes. So, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 games.
Wow, okay.
I bought Dead by Daylight, which is...
Yeah.
Sorry. I live near a main road.
Yes.
Dead by Daylight, which is essentially just like a horror movie, but in a game. I'm very excited for that. I bought the 2016 Doom game.
Yep.
It was quite cheap, like $10, which is really cool. I bought Super Meat Boy, Islanders, and Spec Ops: The Line, which are all amazing games, and they were all quite cheap.
Yeah, lots of action, lots of pew pew action.
Yes, lots of pew pew action. I haven't played any of them yet, so we'll see how that goes.
You haven't played Super Meat Boy?
No, never. And people tell me it's my kind of game. So...
Yeah, wow.
Also, I'm totally ready if you wanna.
Okay, so we'll do a code. I guess we'll do Nik and Cal. Find match.
Sure.
Yeah. Very. Franco says, leaders, are they coming out for online? So, I think you answered that question before. So the leaders cards. You did answer that before. It was just like they might.
Yeah. We're gonna be. So in the first of the Universal Card updates, we're gonna be looking at the leaders pack to determine whether or not we're going to be adding any of those cards into the first Universal Card update. If that makes sense.
Spec Ops is miserable, really good, but not fun. Well, there you go. Just thinks you made a terrible purchase.
No, it's got a really good message. Like, so we actually studied it at uni, or at least like part of it, because there's definitely there's some very good like messages around morality.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah. This is Spec Ops: The Line, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, Spec Ops: The
Line. Yeah. Jasan's saying it's a game I played once, but I wouldn't play twice. Yeah. It's my understanding is that it's similar to watching The Road. If you've ever seen The Road, that's a very depressing film. So yeah. What else? Any word on how soon we'll have restricted lists from Path to Glory Gaming?
No words yet on that. But we are hoping to put it in one of the rules updates, A or B.
Yes, A or B. Are you choosing?
Okay. Deciding.
All right.
To answer your question, though, Callum, of what I'm playing at the moment.
Yes,
it's none of the games that I bought on
I know what you're playing right now. I've seen your memes that you've posted in our Discord at work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
it's a lot of Valorant.
Valorant, yeah. Which is,
pew pew action.
Lots of pew pew action from Nick these days.
Yeah.
Obviously needs to work out some frustration by pew-pewing, which I completely understand. I've been playing a lot of Last of Us Part 2.
Nice. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
really am.
maybe enjoy isn't the right word.
Look, I really enjoy the artistry of it all. That's something that Naughty Dog has done really well. Ooh, okay. Some of those are achievable, some of those are really hard. I'm gonna have to get rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of all of that.
Just for quick reference as well, I've actually paused the stream, and I can still read the chat. I just didn't want to look at your cards.
Oh, God bless. I'll let you go first because you've got more cards. You can't see a third objective card due to your face. What is it? I'm not going to say what it is.
Yeah, no, please tell me.
Nah, it's fine. I'll hover over it later. But what was I going to say? Yeah, The Last of Us. So,
without spoilers, if possible.
Yeah.
Because I want to play it at some point.
Yeah, no. This is going to be more like. So, I recently, about a month ago, I think it was, I had taken some time off. And during that time off, I was had plans to go visit family and help out, but because of COVID, couldn't. So I ended up playing the entire Uncharted series.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so something that Naughty Dog does really well is obviously with more recent games, really appreciate the artistry of the game by having having models accessible to like view outside the game and concept art. So I've been doing a lot of that. I've been just like playing some of the game and then just watching all the concept, which is really cool. I'm gonna choose to attack. Get out of here.
My objective. What are you doing?
Okay, well, can't do that. Alrighty, Vegemite.
Yeah, I actually. So speaking of picking up games, before the Steam Summer Sale, I actually went past my old workplace, which was EB Games, and I picked up a bunch of PlayStation 4 games, including the first Last of Us, which I haven't played yet, and all of the Uncharted games and all of the Assassin's Creed games because they were really, really cheap.
Wow. Now, when you say all of the Assassin's Creed games,
the Ezio collection. So
there you go.
The first 3, I think it is. First 3 or 4? I think it's 3.
Yeah.
It could be.
It's like the first 3 plus, first 2 and Brotherhood. I'm pretty sure. Like there's just a lot. There's so much. All right, so what have you got going on? You played Gorkamorka's Blessing.
Oh, I thought it was mine.
No.
Oh,
silly.
Look, I'm good at making games. I didn't say I was good at playing games.
Well, all right. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna have to. Alright, that's what we're gonna do. Jasan knows everything.
Oh.
Do I want to?
Nah.
Yeah, I do. I'll drive you back. It's okay.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, there's too many games. Hey, too many games, not enough time.
Yeah.
And I'm just talking about Warhammer Underworlds Online, which is currently on sale with Steam Summer Sale, so make sure to check that out. Um, by the way, Nick, I have not received a response from that message that I received yesterday.
Yeah,
I,
I assumed you wouldn't.
yeah, well, I would love to get a response and have a continued banter going, but we'll see. Oh, why, Nick? Why? Why, do you select me?
Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah, you selected me.
Does that mean...
So that's why I attacked. You must have had your
Is that a
mouse
thing
over.
that you can do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I didn't think you could
You're
do that.
you're
I thought
learning.
I was selecting you
Goes
to, like... As in, like, I wanted to attack you.
No, you needed to select your fighter first and then select. Do you you silly muffin.
That's me, silly muffin.
Silly muffin. Making silly mistakes.
Why
So
can you do that?
so then you can do things like what you've done there, where now, because like Gerzag's activated, right? Like inspired, right? So if that was, say, a petitioner who would only do 1 damage, you know, easy way to get Gerzag inspired.
Yeah.
And then for other fighters as well, there's like certain dealios if they get stuff. Come on. Yes. No. What is up with all your crits? Your saving crits. I don't like them.
Well, I mean, like, it's making up for how bad I'm playing. Like,
yeah, I guess.
I guess.
Right. They're coming in.
Oh.
What is all these crits? What is all these
That's
crits?
unfortunate.
Hi, I would like 5 crits, please. Oh, here you go, Nick.
Hmm?
You got 5 crits. You just take all the crits. You can have all of them. It's fine. I would just like to, you know. See, I'm just going for one very specific card. There we go. Thank you. They're going to last lunge it, of course.
As well. Oof.
Rude. So rude.
I just don't want you on my side of the board.
Just so rude. Alright. Yeah. I'm getting act faces. Okay, I'm gonna save that. And what I'm gonna do, I'm obviously not getting particular ones, so.
Oh, there you go.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Finally a saving grace. So this is only round 1. This is what I love about this game, is that I am just so on edge, and it's round 1. But as we know, it all really comes from like round 2 or 3. Okay. Alright, I've got some inspired cool cats. Jasan says that round 2 is going to be ugly. Yes, because I am here. So it's going to be ugly.
Callum, stop that.
I'll just do this facing the entire time.
Well, I can't see what you're doing.
Well, I was pulling face. It was.
I could tell by your Your voice.
My vocal inclination. Hey nerd, Fancy Fox is here.
Fancy Fox? What's that?
Just some lame animator we know.
Ugh, gross.
And the Hyper Gamer says, Nick!
Hey! I know that name.
You know that name?
I do. It's my friend.
Callum, are you trying to look like Nick's warband boys? No, I'm not trying to, but I can if you want. I just... why is it that I always end up just like screaming on stream? Pulling faces, screaming. Okay. That ain't happening. That might happen, but I don't know.
Goodbye, Callum.
No. Don't do it.
Come on, come on.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Oh, come on, really?
There it is. Finally. It's a crit. It's a crit for the rest of us, please. FD says, the crit's on the other shoe.
Yeah.
Like, yes, finally. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're going to...
Wow.
Yes, please.
That's a cool card.
I love concealed weapon. Actually, so again, going through all the translations of the cards right now, I've been very observant of all the card art, and there's some really cool card art in there. I think it's nice. I really like it. So what we're going to do is then charge in. Yes.
I mean, you don't have to do all of those things.
Yes, I do. Get out of here.
Jesus. Where is that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Probably I'll move my phone off my desk.
That's fine. People understand that we're streaming. It's COVID. We're at home. All right. So.
That's a mistake. What do I do? Let's see.
Okay. Oh, that's one. Can they get two? They
yes.
can. They can. Alright. Alrighty, so.
Oh, I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hurry. 1, 2. Fuck. I mean, not that word.
not that word. Any other word.
Not that word that I said.
Uh-huh.
I'm still in range of your silly range. Oh, you're not going to attack. I mean, you don't need to.
I don't have to, but maybe I will. You never know. Oh, okay.
One, two.
I love that you're just like counting it out, and you're like, all right.
I'm like, I need to stay away from you.
Uh-huh.
Is that's
towards me.
Yeah, but is that within range? Oh no,
yeah.
Oh no, bolts on pistol. That's fine. No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not fast rider.
Yeah.
It's okay. Give me something. Nah, apparently not. Okay, so just thinking here. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. It might not be the best of plans, but we'll see.
I mean, you could just stay safe, honestly, and you'd probably win.
I mean, probably and hopefully, but we'll see. What we're gonna do is that. And
Oh my god.
and then if you could just go back one, that'd be great. Just get out of here.
I mean, that's still within my range, you know.
Yes.
Wait, here's 4, right? Oh no, 3.
Yeah, it's 3, but
Oh no, 3, but 1. Yeah. But...
I am just going off like a particular hope. If it doesn't end up happening, it's fine. But we'll see. Okay. FT said before that they're not sure if we're gonna have a round 3. I'm just like, here we are.
yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna get that. I don't need that, and I'm definitely not gonna get that either. So it's fine. So I've only got one card, one objective left. So we'll see how that goes.
Ugh.
All those grits. Now, are you sure you want to come in and charge? Because I might have tricks up my sleeve.
Alright, bring it.
No, I have no tricks!
No tricks!
Dang.
Thank God for that.
Ah, well. Let's see.
I mean, you still got like 3 glory above me.
Yeah, so now it's all down to the heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards. Oh. I don't like the heart of the card.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright, come on, Nick. You've got this. I believe. Alright, and believe it or not, I'm going to pass.
Wow.
Wow. It's because I literally have 0 cards left.
Well,
and 0 fighters.
I recommend everyone watches till the end of this round. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, good. Because then you're gonna swing back with hopefully you've got denial. I would assume you have denial.
No, I don't.
What? Again? Okay, whatever. And then
Is Nick fishing for pushes? You're damn right I am. I need 2.
Do you have 2 pushes?
I think so. I know I have
Sidestep?
I have sidestep and no, damn it. Confusion won't help me here.
No,
I don't have 2. I think I have 1.
Okay.
I don't think I have hidden paths in this.
See, this is But hidden paths as well, you'd have to be up against the side.
Yeah, but a push would get me to the side.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. But you wouldn't be able to do that because you'd already made a charge with Gozag as well.
True. I guess I'll just have to win a different way.
Have you won? That's the question.
Let's see.
Let's see. There's more of us, yep. And Annihilation, there it is. Yes.
Wait, what do you have though? Because you could.
No, I don't. I like what? There's nothing I could have had to counter that. Woo! It's not often you actually see Annihilation.
No.
Not this day and age. Awesome.
That's what I mean. Normally I'm quite aggressive, but like I was like, I gotta get. I drew that in the second round, and I was like, I gotta get this off. Because I know that no matter what I do, you'll be more slippery because you've got that range on me.
Yeah, I had hidden paths, so if Gerzag had failed, I was going to just go to the back corner and then get Conquest.
Yeah, I had Conquest as well, but I was like, you pushed me back that one hex, so I couldn't like get far enough. I mean, I think I needed 2 hexes to get over because I don't think No Man's Land counts as territory. Yeah.
So yeah, well, that will probably do us for today. So thank you to everyone who joined. You know, we've obviously chatted a lot about future things to come to the game. Obviously, we're very excited to be bringing more stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone who asked questions. If you have more questions, always jump in that Discord. We're there. It's usually while everyone else is asleep. But we're there. Then we have stuff being tested in our closed beta right now, which will hopefully come out, maybe next week, the week after?
The next couple of weeks.
Next couple of weeks. The Steam Summer Sale is still on for another week, so make sure if you haven't already purchased the game, buy it for yourself, buy it for a friend. Always buy things for friends. If I've learned anything over the last day, which I can't go into on stream because it's not PG. But yeah.
I was wondering where you're going with that.
Yeah, it's just we have some funny people online. Yes, no, thank you everyone for joining us. We will be chatting to you soon, and we'll probably be doing another stream in a couple of weeks. I've actually got next week off, so you won't be seeing much of me about. But if you have any questions, feel free to hit up Nick. They will obviously take the time to read every single comment, every single one across all the things. Yeah, that's just out of pure anxiety than anything else. Not out of obligation, just out of anxiety. But yeah, no, thank you so much. Now we do my favorite bit where we awkwardly wave for a few minutes at the end, just because. Yeah, so because we're streaming on Steam as well, there's a bit of a delay, and so that's like the longest delay between things. So if I keep saying bye, then it's not going to cut out with people going like, in mid conversation. Anyway, bye y'all.